Welcome back in my channel today. Hope you are doing good and great with the God grace. And I hope you like the series of Learn ServiceNow scripting from the functional consultant. Till the date, we completed 5 days course in this series. Now I'm going to be start on the next and the wider topic that is on the server side. That is advanced server side scripting, which includes not only script includes also scheduled job, background script, workflow script, event management, and the script action. So let's start with the first topic and come to the favorite place. So what do you mean by the word script includes? This is the term which is combination of the two words, script and include. Script means something logic, includes means you want to be add that somewhere. The purpose of script include is that we can use a code again and again at anywhere. That is the purpose of the script include. If I talk from a layman perspective, this is the term, this is the place where you define, where you write the classes and the function. And then you can use those classes and the function either on the client side, either on the server side. To understand script include, let me give you the example. We have a very common practice. We use the door of our room. The corners of the door has been used for hanging the towel, shirt, t-shirts, blazers, some hangers, some handkerchief. It means that is the only one place we are keeping each and everything. And that is the same thing which script include do. It is a place where you write the reusable code actually. I am putting the word, emphasis on the word called the reusable because this is what the purpose script include is giving to me. So I noted down some points for the book as well. Script includes a reusable server side script logic that define a function or a class. It means at this place you define your function, you define your class, and you can call that function, you can call that class via the script include name. Script includes execute their script logic only when it has been explicitly called. Unless you will not put the towel on the door corner, it will not say that something is hanging here. It means if you have to be called very explicitly, hey, script include, please come in my script, only then it will work for you. We have a three type of script includes: on demand or classless, extend on the existing class, and define a new class. I am not going to be discuss this in the depth now. Let's start that how and where I can find out this particular script include. So let me come here and let me write a script include. So I can go here and leave. And let me create a new script include. I am putting the name LNG underscore together. Okay. Now, as soon as I tab out, if you notice that this become a global.lng together. This is the API name. And what this API name says, if you want to be call this particular script include in somewhere in your integration or in somewhere in your outside the scope, then you can use the API name here. Then accessible from where you can access this particular script include, either from the scope only or you can make it as a public as well. It is up to you where you want to do. Now if you notice one thing, when we create our script include name, the standard syntax has been generated. Okay, that is the first point. We will discuss this in depth on the book side. Second point question come, Atul, in the session of the advanced client side scripting, you say that we can we can call script includes in the client side as well. How this can be done? If you make a tick box here, you can call the script includes in the client script as well. So now if you notice, if I click on the checkbox, the parameters and the syntax has been changed. What this parameter stands, we will discuss. If I remove this, it will be like this only. So now let's come to the book here and we'll see this part. What this book recommend from the script include part, they says always create the script include with the underscore. Don't put like this. This is not a recommended one where the space is coming. It's not a recommended one. Try to put always the underscore with the name. That will be easy and make it a sweet and make it sweet and very crisp in the name, so that by seeing the name you can understand that what this script includes going to be do for your purpose. Now let's come and discuss about this particular syntax here. This is what we are talking about, the syntax. Var script utility. Script utility means I am talking about this thing now. Var lng underscore together is equal to class dot create new. The first syntax is that it is creating a new class where I am taking this particular name as a variable. Then lng underscore together I am taking this variable dot prototype is initialize the function. Here you have to be write your code actually, what function you will be calling, and then at the last type lng together is used for the calling purpose. That's how it can be called here. Okay. Now if I scroll down here, so this is what we have discussed here, that what is the purpose of writing this particular code. Now the thing is that if I make it as a client callable like this, then the syntax has been changed. The first line is similar, is the same. The last line is same. The only difference come in this particular part. And what it is doing, it is saying lng.prototype object dot extend object. It means it is calling the abstract AJAX processor for the client part. If you remember that during our advanced client side scripting, we use this concept AJAX processor, AJAX call. So this is the inbuilt functionality given by ServiceNow. I can say this is the function or the method given by ServiceNow, which has a code which go into the background, check what script we are calling, and it will take the code from here. Okay, so this is what we are defined here. This is what I am saying here. Okay, so this change script allow the script include to inherit the abstract AJAX processor. Without this, AJAX call will not work. Again, the same thing in the client script, in the advanced client script, we are calling the AJAX call, right? And now if you want to use a script include in this particular part, this is the method or the function which is important to be defined here. Okay. Although this is a starter code of the ServiceNow provide to you, not necessary that create a class in the script include. You can simply create a function as well in the script include when the calling from this part. So like this, you can do this part. Script include test, a function name is there. Here we are creating a class, that's fine. If you don't want, you can create the function as well like this. Okay. Now what it includes, if I go a little bit depth here, now have a look at the creating script include with the class and the methods. What is the class and what is the method here? So let me show you this part which I take it from the different book here. So this is what we are talking here. Var script include name class dot create, syntax for extending the script include, this one. Now my script include dot prototype object dot walking to include the script for extending the script include and name of the particular extension. In our case it is a, what I can say, in our case it is a abstract class processor. Then new function, and under that I am defining my private function. Okay, and then I can put the property here, script include. Okay, now let me show you something example here. So this is what we are doing, and we are using this test method function test method. This is the way that we are be using in the script include. If you remember in our advanced client script, we are using this function. Let me try to be open that if I can. It was the advanced this part, and we are on the page number 93. Let me open this and let's scroll down. This is what we are seeing, right? By this way, get user location is my function which I am putting into my particular script include. Okay, so now this is calling this function AJAX response function response, and it is putting that part. Okay, so by this way we can call our function here. Okay, let me come back on the same place again just to verify that okay, we are on the right track or not. Okay, so let's scroll down here more. So by this way you can include or you can call the method here. So like this, var script include utils, create class script util dot prototype. This is my initializing function, and by this way I am calling my function. I'm defining my function, and now I can call this function in the advanced client script via AJAX call, so that it will work for me. So this is now we are done the comparison or the mapping from where this particular thing is coming here, which we see just now in the advanced client side scripting. So this is what we are going to be discuss about this particular topic. We will try to do some hands-on in the later on part. Now, what is the scheduled job? Scheduled job says that when you want to run something in future, not immediately. Like you want to run a report, you want to update some records, like these things, we do the scheduled job. Generally, scheduled job is required very less scripting, few conditions, and you can do that part. So creating a report or a record is a configuration, does not require a script. We can do in the reporting and dashboard, reporting a module of ServiceNow. But if you want to make sure that it run automatically, then we use the scheduled job. Again, why we are saying scheduled job is the server side, because it run in the server. It is not running on the form level or the front end for the user. Okay. Also, we can create or we can define the schedule as per our requirement here. So now let's come here and see this part, schedule 1. Schedule jobs. Okay, I click here, and now I'm going to be create a new scheduled job here. So this is what I can find out here. I just wait, I guess I'm in the wrong place. It's a scheduled job in the system definition, right? It is given the same thing. Good. Yep, here. This is the another interceptor which you will find when you want to be create a scheduled job. So we have multiple things we are going to be discuss a run script here, because you can define the script in the scheduled job as well. One thing which is important, that do you want to run this script or this scheduled job on some condition, tick as a true. If you put a condition, you are getting a condition box as well, like this. If I remove this one, so this is the one part that Atul, how to write the code, you can put a condition here. I want all the changes which has been implemented today move to the review state after midnight. This is a condition. Only today, not the day before. So in this case, we have to be write the condition here, and on the basis of the condition, I can define that what action it should take, what the logic should be run on the scripting part. So let's come here. A lot of things I already highlighted, but I discussed, or I'm showing on the screen as well. Again, guys, I'm putting a thing very clearly. I'm not that much technical strong. The intention of creating this series is to just give a little more depth and the base to all of the users, from the development, from the functional consulting, from the technical part, consulting part, so that they should know that how to read the code in the ServiceNow. I'm sure ServiceNow is also going from the low code or the no code part, but this is minimum beer we should know at least. So this is the condition I'm putting here. Okay, again I'm using the glide date and time. Again, server side code I'm using here, I copy paste and this part here. Okay. So what I'm saying that for date time, new glide date time, again, simple glide record, we know this part. And what I'm saying, date time dot get. So I'm saving my date and time in this variable and putting the dot here. That what you want to do on the date and time. I want to see all the records where the user age is less than 17 years. So you need the date and time here. So here what I'm saying, I want the records where the get day of week is not 7. 7 stands for the Sunday actually here. Okay. So this one. So what I'm saying, in this example, we are checking if the current day is Sunday. If so, we will not run the scheduled job. The get day of week, it is a method. It is a method which is giving us the day of the week. So what I'm saying, it will run in the background. It will see that, okay, what is the date today? Maybe you can use the current as well. If current is equal to Sunday. But better that if we use the ServiceNow method, that is dot get day of the week, keep what is the date for today now. If it is not equal to Sunday, then write a logic here. And what logic I'm going to be write here? If I show you normal simple, I can put my message like this, gs.log, and put today is Sunday. So in this case, I am just displaying this part. If today is Monday, then you can put something like this. GS dot, maybe you can put add info message, anything you can put it. Or maybe you can try something glide record as well. If you want to put some user table, something you want to put, you can use that as well. Okay. But in this place, we are writing the completely server side script. Remember guys, it will not run on the form level. It will run in the background. It will run only and only on the server side, not at the client side. Okay. So now if I go here, scroll down, we can see that how it's be work here. So now if today is Sunday, then this job will not run. But before that, you have to put the name, you have to put the schedule, you have to put the time zone and the time, and then it will update the logs in the background. That why this job was not run today, because today is Sunday. Okay. Generally we use the scheduled job for the off-peak hours. Out of office hours we run these jobs, and generally if you see that a lot of reports have been scheduled for the midnight, maybe 11 o'clock, maybe 12 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock. How? You can simply do that part. If you want this report to be run without any issue, you can put the normal condition. If you want, without any condition. If you want that this report should run only when there's some condition has been met, then you have to write the scheduled job here. Now the third concept, which is very, very, very famous in ServiceNow, that is called the background script. I'm not sure that how many of you agree with me that background scripts can be a fixed scripts as well. Okay, but there's a difference. So as the name indicate, these are the scripts which run in the background. Nobody able to see, no user able to see, but it says background script cannot be saved or does not exist as a record. That is the one major differentiation which can be asked in the interview. That tell me which table background script saves. It does not save. It is on the runtime. Okay, so like we use sometime that, oh, I told to my friend, hey, you reach there, I giving a call to that particular person in the background. That is a background script. There is no record exists for the same. Or maybe that person reach, I say, okay, you are coming from that location. Yes. Okay, this is your package is there. So these are the background scripts here. So now these are basically used if you want to fix some data issues. Maybe you want to correct some data, some updates are required, which is beyond the program on the global level, then you can use the background scripts here. Now if I scroll down here, something important is that, let me come here. Number one point which have to be remembered is that this one. Number one point which is have to be remembered is that number one, background scripts are those scripts which update the records directly. So it is recommended, let not give this right to each and everyone in the development team. Otherwise any developer can go and make a changes, and to do that part you can make the system property true and make sure that whoever is going to be run any background script, he should have a system admin or the security admin role in the system. Otherwise it should not, this particular module should not be available or visible here. This is very much good point, guys. I would like to be recommend that don't think that okay, he's a developer, he can fix the things, but make sure that he's a good experienced and mature developer, and you know that his script is not going to be create any issue in the system here. Okay, so generally we use this property for the making the arrangements here. What it says here, this is very important point here. So now this is my window where I will put my code, but these 4 points are important here. Number one, in which scope you want to be run, because I'm in the global scope, so I'm running this script in the global scope. Record for the rollback. Do you want that if anything goes fail, you want to roll back? Yes, I want to be rollback. Execute in sandbox. This is one of the beautiful option given by ServiceNow in this part. It says actually practically neither it will insert, neither it will update, or neither it will delete any data. It will just show you that your script is working fine or not. Okay, it will not actually if I want to put this example in the ServiceNow, there is a concept or the module has been introduced that is called the upgrade preview, where you can go and preview your upgrade before going for the actual upgrade. So this is what the similar functionality available here. Execute the script with the sandbox restriction. For example, data cannot be inserted, updated or deleted, but it will make sure that yes, your script is fine here. And at the last, if you think that you want to cancel this job after 4 hours, if it's so much running, you can make it as a tick box like this. Okay, so let me take it box here. Otherwise, if I run something, you should not delete something for me. So I'm putting as a sandbox this part. So now what I'm going to do, what this code is doing, simple again, it is as it is a server side. So we are going to be use the glide record here, guys. So let me copy and then we'll discuss this part. This. So what I'm saying, put a new variable called inc where I'm taking the incident table as an object. I'm running a query where I'm finding that category is software. I run the query and till the end run this query and publish the number which you want to be deleted. So I intentionally commented this box or commented this line. It means I don't want to be deleted. I want to be just see that it is working fine or not, because I'm in the sandbox now, so it will not show anything to me. Let me do like this. So I'm getting this error here. Okay, let's see what it's saying to me. Illegal use of while loop in the sandbox scope. It's saying you are putting that okay, this to be done, but what you want to be do. So let me remove the sandbox here and let's try it. So now it is giving that these many records will be deleted. It is not deleting actually anything, but it is saying that it will be deleted. Now if you want to delete, so let me do this part. Because it is my PDI, I have no worries on that part. So I'll put the run script on here. It's running in the background and it's deleting my records here, which is not recommended, but still just to show you that things, I am running this script here and it is deleting where the category is equal to software. So now it's done. Operation table deleted, sys attachment doc, this one task SLA, this one incident is like this one, I celebrate on this, and this is the complete summary it is giving to me, that these many records has been deleted in your system. Good, I'm just deleting the transactional data. One more important point, don't try this fixed script on the foundation data, user table or kind of a CMDB table. It is not recommended because you're spoiling the complete data. This is a transactional data, so I can do anything like this. There is no way I can guess, I can undo thing now. There's no way. Okay, so be careful when are using this particular option here. If you want to see, you can see here. So now we can get in the delete here and what is the update. Let's see what is this update mean here. So these many problem record has been updated now. Maybe some dummy value, maybe some other value has been put it here. So this is what the script, this is what the background script actually work for us. Okay, like this we saw here. Now the next one that is very much important and very much widely used in ServiceNow area, that is called the workflow script. Because we are having a lot of workflows in our system, in our ServiceNow for approval, for email notification, then we have to be write the workflow scripts as well. Something you cannot or we cannot achieve via core activities, then we use the workflow script here. So let me bring you on the workflow script here. Let's go here and search for the workflow, and I click on the workflow, workflow editor here. Okay, and then I'm going to be create a new workflow. I'm not talking about the flow, I'm talking about the workflow, which is the old module in the ServiceNow. I'm putting a new workflow here, or let me see if I have anything yesterday. Okay, nothing is there, I guess. Let me create a new workflow here. Okay, so I'm creating a new workflow so that I can show the core activities here. I can put LNG, and I want to be run this workflow on the incident table. Okay, and click on the submit. So now my workflow has been created. I go to the core activities here. This is again very much important question asked in the interview. How many core activities are available in ServiceNow in the workflow? So total 8 to 9 core activities are there. And now you can run the run script here. You can put it here and it will open a complete box for you where you can write your complete code actually. So this is what I am putting my script here now. Let me open like this. Complete script is there. The same box is there. Now let me come back to my workflow scripts here. So scripts can appear in a number of workflow activities including approval and the task creation. If you want to create some kind of a task, if you want to create some kind of a workflows which you are not able to achieve via the core activities, then only ServiceNow recommend to use the workflow script here. Okay. Now if I scroll down, I can show you something here. Run script workflow activity. This activity allows the developer to run any server side script. Again, it is not a client side, it is server side. You can use this to manipulate the record, kick off the integration, or perform any other outcomes via scripting part. A simple workflow approval activity will be simply picked up by a user group. Let's say I have an example. I want, if I am reporting to X person, if his manager, he's reporting to X person, who is also manager, who is reporting to the next person is a manager, till the time I did not get the director level person, approval should not trigger it. These kind of things tough to be achieved via the approval activity, but easily achievable via the workflow scripting part here. So let me show you here. Okay, what it says, the potential for building a complex approval system is huge, but be careful and make sure that your create provide value and maintaining it, because writing these scripts are little complicated, and more complication it means more maintenance is required here. Okay, what it is giving me example here. Let's have a look at an example in the workflow. Add urgent to the short description if priority is 2. So what I'm saying, simply I'm putting like this. Let me copy and bring it here. If current dot priority means on the incident table, if the priority is 2 or less than 2, current dot short description becomes, is 2, then it should add the urgent word and make it as a current update. This is what you cannot achieve from these particular areas. You can achieve via normal workflow scripting part here. Okay. So this is a one example which we saw here like this. Okay. We will see some more examples in the advanced, or I can say the practical part as well. But again, I'm again putting a disclaimer here. How much I know, I'm going to be provide you guys here. Okay, so don't think Atul you're just going through the book. Yes, I'm going through the book, but I have my intention to give the basic knowledge to everyone here. Now the next one, that is called the event management. Truly saying that till the time I read this book, I thought event management is a separate module. But here also you can set the events. Like when I say SLA should be run on the event, where that event has been defined. That is the point where the event has been defined. So what you can do, come here and search for the event. Okay, and scroll down. Sorry, not here, event. This one. Under the system definition, I can say this one, system policy, sorry. Under the system policy, I have a event. Under the event, I have a registry here. Registry means I want to register when this particular event should happen. What it should do is the second part. When this trigger is the first part. So now let me come back here. So events that trigger different outcome in the instance run in the ServiceNow. Like SLA is reaching 75%, event is triggered. SLA reaches 100%, event is triggered. Okay. So what they're saying, the main outcome from an event being triggered, either a notification or a script action. Either you're sending an email, like if SLA reaches 75%, you're sending an email. But if we want to do some action, then there's a new concept called the script action, the part of discussion here. Notification generally emails, or you can do some kind of a SMS as well. Okay. Now if I come here, I'll go to the registry here, click on the new and click on the here. Okay. When I click on the registry here, I need to put the event name. So I'll put LNG underscore LNG is my event name. On which table you want to run this particular event. I want to run this particular event on the incident table. Here. Okay. Caller access, I'm not putting anything. You can put fired by or description. These two are the free text. These two are the free text completely. You can put anything. LNG test fire, and I can just copy paste it here. Okay, this one. Now the question comes, Atul, where is the code? If this event is fired, if the fire alarm ring, what to do next? This is what we are going to be. Either you can define in the email notification, either in the define the SLA, or if you want to take some action, then let me save this. We are going to be use the script action now. So let understand this point first. Once we have defined the event, then we need to be able to call that event to add into the event queue, where maybe I can say like this. Do we have anything of the event queue as well? Yes, we have an event queue, but it is for the flow part, not here. Okay, so you can write the event code like this. gs.eventQueue. Okay, let come here, and where is the our one LNG, right? This one, and I guess here you can add in the event queue here. Let's discuss a little bit more about this, and then we can proceed further. So what it's saying, gs.eventQueue custom.event current gs.get user ID and gs.get username. Very much important here. What we are doing here, that we are calling the event custom.event. Okay, and this would be replacing with the name of the event you have created. So you need to put your event name here. So like in my case, I'll put LNG underscore LNG. Okay. Then current is the first parameter. Sorry, it's a second parameter which hold the current data, which event need to be processed. And gs.getUser is my first parameter and getUserID is the second parameter. So what it's saying that on which table you want to be run, put your event name here, see that what is the current record you are holding, and from that you can get the user ID and get username. It means this particular event is triggering on the user table, not on the inside table, just to be clarified that part here. Okay. Also you can put the event queue schedule if you want to schedule this event for a time being. Okay. Let's see if we have some kind of a screenshot. There's no screenshot available, but this is the way that you can use and you can put the event queue in the event easily. And once an event has been triggered, it will process the fairly quickly. And you can check the event logs in the system logs and event. You can go here. System logs and you can check the event here. You can check the event logs very clearly here. Okay. Events provide a great way to process multiple scripts or the send a notification based on a single event. It is we have to be defined. So let have a look here quickly. Let me come back and let's see any other event. Task activity. Let's see what they mention here. Did they mention anything or not? No, they're not mentioning anything in the queue part. They're saying normal this thing. So we are on the right track, guys. Not an issue. Okay. Now the script action. Script action is, I can say, the enhancement of the event part specifically. Why? Because if you mention anything in the event and you want to be triggered that, then you can use the script action here. So what you can do, you can come here and search for the script action. Okay. And then click here. When I click here, I can create my script action, that what happen if that event has been triggered. So it contains the event name here. So I can find out my LNG here. So this is what you are saying. I'm saying here. When to trigger? When there is a condition has been met. Okay. Now if I show you something here, again it is a server side script and they are run after the event has run in the system scheduler. Until unless the event is not triggered, it will not run, because this is an action, not the trigger point. When this action should be run? When the condition met here. Okay. So when creating a script action, you need to pick up the event to run the script action against. So here you have to put the which event you want to be use it for the base. This is picked up from the list, so make sure event exists before you create the script action. This is also option to add condition. If you want to add, you can add a condition here. If gs dot something or gs or maybe glide record incident, something like that, priority is 2, priority is 3, only then this should be triggered. You can mention here. And at the last, you can mention in the logs part like this. I want to publish this logs, but this will publish when the condition met. Again, it is not on the client side. It is completely on the server side. Okay. Now, if I little bit scroll down here, sorry, this one here. If I scroll down here a little bit more, sorry, where does not script include? Sorry, let me come back here on the script action. Okay, yep. So we are here only. Okay. So now, like this, I'm doing. I'm not putting any condition. Conditions are simple. The way we already defined gs.current gs current dot, you can put it and you can make it a useful condition for you. Okay. Now let's discuss some script example here. So till the time we done almost all vertical part, and the knowledge which I know, I shared with you guys here. Okay. So script examples, number 1 for the script include. I'm not going to be write this code because it's too much complicated, at least for me. Nothing to be hide here, guys. Okay. And I'm putting, this is my syntax, and this is my method, or I can say the function which I'm using. Function or method. Function get active task from the item. I'm creating an array, and then in that array I'm storing the all active task here. Now if you want to use the script include, you can use item.utility and in the AJAX call, and you can call that particular function easily. Okay, so like this it will be work for us. API name is this, and then the code has been written here. I'm not going to be doing in the depth, guys, because this is not my core area and I don't want to give any wrong information here. Okay, but I want to show some examples here. And now how you can use this business rule, execute e rule. If you remember, we done this business rule part, and here I'm calling my utility part here. I'm calling my particular script include here. Under that I have a dot get active task is my function name here. If you see this one, let me scroll a little bit up. This one is my function name. So I'm calling this function in my business rule now. And this is the way that you can use that part. So this is the example of the script include here. I created the script include, and I'm using that script include in the business rule via execute e rule as a defined or the standard syntax. Under that I'm calling my script include dot which function you want to call it. It is not like if you define 500 functions, you can do that part. No, it is like when you're defining these things, it means I'm using my particular function here. Okay, so this is the way I can do in the advanced part. Schedule job, very easy, very simple part which we done, that get a glide record date and time. If I want to be delete, or I want to be I want to be delete all the records which has been created in the last year. So add year local time -1. Sorry, local time, it is the I'm saying about the 24 hours, I guess. Yep. Sorry, year only. Local time is a 1 year because it's a add year. So add year means from now -1 year. Before that, all the incidents should be deleted. So I'm putting in the glide date and time, calling the glide record, running the query, and deleting it. If you want, you can put the logs as well. If you want to put anything, you can do that particular printing the part. Same thing you can use into the, if I say into the background script as well. In a one go, you can do that part. Okay. So if you want, you can do that part. Workflow scripting, the example which I took it, I want this incident or this change should be approved by the user who is having the manager role. My managers, anybody manager on the hierarchy who have a director role, only that user can able to approve this part. This is not easily achievable by the workflow activity. So I'm using the script workflow script here. So I'm putting like this. Eval is a function which I'm using it here for the evaluating. That is that a user, is that caller ID is manager? If not, then check the title. If evaluate title is equal to director, yes, then he or she can be able to approve this request. So eval is playing a very major role here that we need to be understand, guys, here. So I'm doing it a little fast because I know that what I can be do it here or not. Okay. Then script action like this, on hold, off hold, you can put it like this here, which we already discussed in our example. Okay. So this is what I guess I'm from my side. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Hope you get some knowledge for the advanced server-side scripting from the consulting perspective. This is the basic which we should know. Have a nice day, guys. See you again in the next video very soon. Take care and bye bye.